All right, this is ShawNshawN. I'm the artist behind ShawNshawN.co, and I do specials on eBay. Today I'm going to do a movie review on The Crimes of Grindelwald. So if you don't know, this is the second tale. This is post Harry Potter, but it's all prequels actually. So the first one they introduced kind of the main character, this quirky guy who's really gets along really well with animals. The first movie kind of made sense. This one, it's leading up to a trilogy, so yeah, it kind of makes sense too. But you know, because it wasn't written in book form first by J.K. Rowling, she just did a straight screenplay to movie. There's just elements that kind of don't come together well. I think if you're a real dedicated Harry Potter fan, it kind of makes sense. And I've read all the Harry Potter, but I still was getting lost in the plot with a lot of the intricacies, and you know, had a really kind of cuteness with this main character who, you know, masters animals. So you have a little bit of, you know, connection with this guy. But the other characters, not so much. In one scene, there's this baby that kind of gets executed, but since you're not introduced to the baby before, you don't really feel like it's terrible. Obviously, killing a baby is totally wrong. But since they don't introduce it earlier, you don't have a connection, so it's just like, boom, we're going to kill this person. You don't know who they are. So that's kind of a weak point and part of the story. The other weak point, I think, was it just kind of jumped all over the place. And, you know, it's a mystery, so you're going to have kind of odds and ends that don't make sense, and they come together at the end. And they had some of that come together, like connection to Dumbledore and this secret blood path that he makes with the villain. So it's kind of an interesting take on that. That kind of comes together a little bit, but not exactly. I think they're going to resolve that in the third one. So they kind of leave that open-ended, so that'll be pretty interesting. A lot of interesting new creatures, good FX, but again, you know, the story's not exactly making sense to me, and I'm pretty much, I know Harry Potter pretty well. I don't know it as well as a little kid would, because a little kid would know all the little spells and mysteries and da-da-da-da. So it'd probably make a little more sense. It does make sense, but it kind of, without the Harry Potter kids, it kind of falls apart a little bit. Because little kids kind of make it like, you believe in magic when you're a kid, and you get older, you don't really believe in magic, obviously. So you have adults fleeing, and, you know, falling and believing in magic. You're like, I don't think so, guys. So, I don't know if that works without the kids. They do have some flashbacks to some of the kids, some of the key characters. They grow up as kids inside of the castle that all the Harry Potter kids went to. This kind of works. It's kind of interesting. But again, it's, I don't know, this movies just feel like kind of, you know, they wanted more Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling was kind of done. She has backstory, obviously. So she's writing new stuff, but it's not exactly, it doesn't come together for me as well. You know, again, the costumes are nice, and there's some character build. But yeah, just somehow it doesn't, it's a little bit convoluted in the plot, I would say. And, you know, I recommend it. My nephew, who's a lot younger, he liked it, and, you know, he was cracking up through it. I was kind of like, where's this going? Why is this leading here and there? And they didn't have too many loose ends, but the loose ends kind of don't come together well, which is what you really want in a mystery. You want it to really come together. You know, be mysterious, like you don't know what they represent, but then later they come together. And some of it does come together, but I don't know, I just think they could have worked it better. Some of the sound effects were a little bit off. They would have lightning, and it doesn't really sound powerful. You're like, no, lightning's always powerful, even in the magic world, right? So I think they could have done a better job in the sound editing. Overall, it's a fun movie. I don't think it's worth more than watching twice. You could probably watch it a second time and get more out of the movie, because there's a lot of details, very heavy weighted. But yeah, I don't know, it doesn't work very well for me. I don't want to call myself dumb. Usually I like a really complicated plot, but if it doesn't come together, it doesn't come together, right? So, I don't know. Overall, I think it's good. I want to give it a great star. I wasn't emotionally drawn to a lot of it. So, you know, overall, that's my review. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe below. And hope to see you on the next movie review or painting review. Thanks, guys.